Hey guys, how's it going tonight? This is a video that I'm really excited to be making, and I've wanted to make it for quite some time now. I came across a channel called CG Juicer, I believe it was, and they actually did a tutorial on the SketchUp to Blender add-on that I'm going to show you today. This is extremely important to get for Lumion users, and the reason why I say this is because SketchUp is probably one of the worst softwares that you can use to bring to Lumion, because SketchUp has a lot of add-ons you can add into it, but it doesn't have the same kind of things for like UV unwrapping that 3ds Max and Blender might have. But that being said, I also learned SketchUp and I like using it to model. So, I obviously wanted to keep using it for Lumion, but I wanted all of the kind of the fancy toys that Blender had. It didn't really work that well going from SketchUp to Blender though, and it created a lot of problems, but this importer basically fixes all of that. And so this is why I want to show you today. As I've mentioned in a couple other videos, there's a lot of really cool tricks that you can do in Lumion that you either have to pay for the add-on to do it in SketchUp, or I just haven't been able to find a way to do it. So yeah, let's hop into it here. So I'm just going to open up my SketchUp file here. And I guess I'll just open up Lumion, or not Lumion, sorry, Blender while we were waiting. We won't be doing anything with Lumion in this tutorial, but as I said, this is a really important trick for future tutorials. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in here and I'll just make kind of a rough shape, nothing too crazy. I will flip these faces. I don't know if that's actually too important, but I like to try and keep it as clean as possible. So let's do one more here, and I think that should be good enough for this. So we'll throw a material on, and now, that's, I guess I'll put a bottom on this as well. This is more or less like, this would be good to go. So if we bring that into Blender, typically to do this, you'd have to do it in, you can export as FBX, but I don't think that works with Blender, that version of FBX at least. So you always have to do Collada. Now, some of you may know that go from SketchUp to Collada to Blender can create quite a few issues. So I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about here. We'll do Blender test. I did save that as a... Okay, I did that. So I'm going to open up Blender 2.9. I am going to leave a link to the download for Blender if you haven't done this before. Your starting screen may look a little different than mine. I do have the default cube here. But if we just delete this and I go up to File, Import Collada, we can go on my desktop, we can find the Blender test. So looking at this, obviously this is just the gray version of it. This is in solid mode. So for Blender, there's 4 different modes. You can do wireframe like this, solid mode like we were in, material preview, where you can see all your materials, but it's not really rendered. And then obviously the rendered mode. So this is in cycles right now. So this is the ray tracing. But for now, I'm going to show you kind of why this is an issue if you do it like this. So if I come in here and if I click on this and then hit tab, you're in edit mode. Now, if I click on this line, if you hit 2, then you're in edge mode. If this is like kind of weird to some people, I can go into kind of like the basics of Blender in another tutorial. This is kind of just to show off the add-on. So if someone wants to just comment and say like, they'd like me to make a video on that, I can make a bunch of videos on that, because there are some Blender videos I kind of wanted to make. But anyways, so if I go in here and I have this selected, if I hit Control B, then this is to bevel the edge, but as you can see, nothing is happening. And that's because when the Collada brings this in, you can't actually see it in this, but these are 2 different faces altogether. They're not connected. They're very, very close, but they are not connected. So if I go into wireframe mode and I select this one vertex here, if I hit F3 to merge them and type it in here, then you can see it remove 2 vertices. And what's actually happening is inside of SketchUp, obviously they're connected, but the way that the Collada is kind of exporting it and reading it, it's making it so the faces are almost like this. They're just so close together that you can't actually see them in Blender, but they're not connected. And because of that, there's 3 vertices that look like they're all basically sitting on the same place, but they are not connected. So it may look to you, you go, okay, well, this is one block, but it's actually just a bunch of planes put together. So I'm going to delete that for now. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come with this. I'm going to save it onto my desktop. So I'm going to call this one Blender test. And this is going to stay as a SketchUp. I'll just call this Blender. Okay, so I'll come back into the Blender add-on here. I'm going to import the SketchUp scene. Just a quick note too. I can go through at the end of the video and show you how to actually install add-ons in Blender. It is fairly easy, but if you're caught up on that, I'll have a timestamp below where you can just kind of skip to the end to take a look at that. But I'll probably just put that at the end so that most people that know what they're doing when it comes to importing new add-ons, they can just kind of keep rolling. So if you properly downloaded the zip file and you imported it in, you should see the import SketchUp file. So if I go to my desktop, I'll find that, and now I'll do Blender. So like, I think that this isn't so much like a Blender thing. This is just kind of SketchUp. You kind of will have these weird faces, and you can connect them by hitting F. It's not too important to do this, and keep in mind that Blender does kind of want you to have 4 faces in all your topology. That's a bit more of like an advanced thing, but for now, you could just kind of come in and clean up these edges if you want. So what I'm going to do, I didn't mean to merge those two. So I'll just kind of put all these together just because I just like it. So if I click on this face now and I hit Control B and start dragging it out, as you can see, the bevel is working because what happened is the faces are actually now connected. So because of the importer, it can actually tell, like, it can say, okay, these are all the faces that it needs to be there. And so Blender will let you kind of work and do like the normal functions on it. Whereas before we couldn't bevel it. So yeah, if you hit Control B and then scroll up, you can see like this thing happening. And that's really important because there's a lot of things that you can use in Blender that are very powerful tools that importing as a Collada won't let you use. So if you're doing it as a Collada, you can basically just go into rendered mode and then, you can go in and you can kind of UV unwrap it and do your thing, but it doesn't work nearly as well as this. And this is honestly, this add-on is a godsend because as I said before, you can model in Blender and like I can do it well enough to kind of get by, but I just prefer SketchUp. I find it's kind of more intuitive. Maybe that's just because that's what I learned. SketchUp is kind of weak by itself, but if you do have a lot of add-ons for SketchUp, you can do a lot of really cool stuff. But this is just kind of taking it a step further. And while you can use Blender as a render engine, it can be extremely taxing on your computer. Like if you want to do some of these ray traced images, maybe in like 4K, and you have like a low end graphics card, like kind of like good luck, because it could take up to like 18 hours in some cases to do these renders. So having Lumion is still really great for that because Lumion makes panoramas extremely fast. It makes videos pretty fast, and then the photos obviously are almost instant. So those are some really, really cool tools to have. But as I said, I think that people kind of think of Lumion as being like you shouldn't really think of Lumion as more than a render engine. It is a render engine, and like it's kind of cool that you can go in, like it has its grass and the people and stuff like that, but the purpose of Lumion overall is only to be a render engine. And the majority of kind of the legwork should be done in modeling software. It's like 3ds Max, obviously SketchUp and Blender, but SketchUp just doesn't offer the same round of tools, I guess. And I'll show you kind of why this is cool. Now, when you're doing small scenes like this, you might be like, okay, well, what's the point? Like, why are we doing this? But I will show you why it's just better to do it like this. I will mention one little thing too, is that when you use Colladas, if you have let's say you had a flat plane in SketchUp and one side of it is one material and the other side of it is another material, because you can do double-sided faces in SketchUp, Colladas can't read that correctly. So what you get are 2 planes basically on top of each other. So not only is it increasing your file size, but it also makes it much more harder to kind of manipulate things, because now you have 2 faces sitting on top of one another. So you have to go through and either delete one of the faces or like pull it out or something like that. And it's just a lot of work. Whereas this can kind of appropriately read that and fix those problems. So I'll show you a quick example. I actually have the SketchUp version of the Lumion 9 house, which for me, I really like that model. I'll leave a link to it down below. It's on the 3D warehouse. So I believe I just called this Lumion. So this will just take a second to load in. But as you can see, so like this is what it comes in as. And this is only SketchUp materials. There's nothing else going on here. And as you can see, there are some, let me delete this sky sphere. Yeah, there we go. And then I have another HDRI add-on here. So if I hit that, so this is the rendered mode right now, just for cycles. So seems like it's, okay, just froze for a second there. But anyway, so this is basically what it comes in as. So with Collada, it wouldn't come in this clean. Like if I click on this window and delete it, then it's gone. Whereas if I was doing it by the Collada version, you'd have two planes on top of one another. And obviously that can kind of create problems in itself because you might have these like weird reflections. And so you're clicking on the window, but then it looks like the normal material. But then you find out that there's actually like two pieces of glass like stuck in between the other two pieces of glass. And I've definitely run into that issue before. So why this is so good though is that you can come in here, you can UV unwrap however you want it. And if you want to apply the materials in Blender as opposed to Lumion, because I find it's way faster, then it will kind of like, it will come in almost kind of like the Lime exporter where all the materials are attached to it. I don't think it does the normal map trick. I didn't completely understand that with the Lime exporter because it seemed like, it just seemed like it didn't really do what it was supposed to when I did it. Like it didn't give any normal maps to it, which I thought was the whole point of it. But it is kind of nice to have all the materials on there. And then if you want to go in Lumion, you just hit the standard button and it shows up. I think that this is such an insane add-on though, because as I said, like before you'd have to basically take, if you wanted everything to work normally, you'd have to take all the materials off in SketchUp. You could make the edges work, but I didn't think that that actually ever worth it. So I just removed all the materials and exported so that there'd be no like double faces, as I mentioned. And then you couldn't bevel, you couldn't use booleans because it wouldn't, like it wasn't like a solid plane and there was gaps in it. So SketchUp didn't know how, or Blender didn't know how to deal with it. But you know, it's kind of nice to be able to just come in here and do this. And there are a lot of really cool add-ons that Blender can take advantage of that most of them are like, some of them are free or they're not too much money. And then that can be used to kind of along with Lumion, where Blender kind of becomes, it almost replaces SketchUp in some ways, but you can still do the majority of your legwork in SketchUp. And then Lumion still kind of remains your render engine because, as I said, some people are going to have a lot of trouble rendering in Lumion. You can use Eevee because it's real-time rendering, but not Workbench, but you can use Eevee, but it's not always as like straightforward. Like I do think that Lumion still adds a lot to it with like the grass, you know, if you want to bring the cars in, some of the effects. So yeah, I don't think that this is necessarily, it may not replace Lumion. I don't think that that would really be the case, but I know that it definitely improved our workflow with Lumion because we kind of get to use just the straight up modeling in SketchUp, which is what we always wanted to do. But then we also get to use kind of the fancy stuff with Blender, and then we can finish our workflow off with Lumion because that's still kind of what we do. We do use Cycle sometimes because it can do some really high quality renders. But if you need to do things like animations, you can't use Cycles. Like I have a 2080 Ti, and to do like 60 frames of like an interior, that could literally take 60 hours just for 60 frames. So like that's like 2 seconds basically of a video. Whereas Lumion is a lot faster than that. Like, you know, you could do basically a 2-minute video in Lumion in like less than an hour for most computers. So I am going to get into this add-on a little bit more, but I think that this was a pretty good, I guess, overview of what it does. As I mentioned, the GitHub link is going to be below, and then the one below that is also just an instant download with just the zip file in it, and I believe that just takes it right from their GitHub anyway, so you're still supporting them. But if you wanted to check it out a little more, the link is there. I am going to leave it here. However, if you already know how to kind of do the add-ons and all that stuff, you didn't need my help, this is kind of be the end of the video for you. But I am now going to go through and just show people how to install it if you were kind of unfamiliar with that. So what you would do is once you have Blender open, and maybe I'll just close out Blender for now, and I'll reopen another one. And like I said, I tried this on a couple different versions. I think that the one, this is like the SketchUp importer, like 0.21.1. I think that that works on any version of Blender that's above 2.8, which highly recommend you use anyways. I do not recommend you use 2.79 because Blender really overhauled its interface in 2.9 and it, or 2.8, and it really helped people that are learning it. Anyways, though, if you want to add a new add-on, you go to Edit, Preferences, you go up here to Install. You're going to find where you downloaded it to. What's kind of nice about installing to Blender is, let me just find this here. It's just a zip file, and you just basically click on the zip file and it does everything by itself. And so, yeah, so I have like mine's here, like the SketchUp importer 0.21.1. And I would just click on that. I go to install add-on. I think mine's already installed, so nothing's going to pop up. But typically what would happen is then you would have it look like this. SketchUp. So once you import it, then you're just going to have it, it's going to look like this. It's going to kind of pop up to the top, and then I believe you just click it on, and then everything should be good to go. I guess something that's kind of worth mentioning too is that when you import the SketchUp models, they typically have like a really close camera, so you may have to adjust that, but I'll get into that in another video because I do want to make like 2 or 3 about this with some of the tricks that you can do. So yeah, thanks for everyone that stuck around and watched the video. I'm really excited about this add-on. I really think that this is like almost like a business like slash industry changing add-on for people that use SketchUp and Lumion, because it's going to let you have so much more control over your Lumion models that it's crazy. Like when it comes to UV unwrapping, you can control the meshes, you can control the color IDs a lot easier. All that stuff that you kind of run into issues with SketchUp, it's just not going to be existent if you kind of use this workflow. So yeah, I'll end it there. Have a great night, guys, and thank you for stopping by.